And have you ever noticed how some women seem to move through life with an unshakable confidence, the kind of quiet power that draws respect, admiration, and influence, and without ever boasting or trying too hard? They don't shout about their achievements. They don't need constant validation from anyone. And yet somehow, and they always seem to have the upper hand. What if I told you there's a hidden psychological reason for this, a principle rooted in the wisdom of Carl Jung, and the father of analytical psychology, and it's a secret that most people overlook entirely? By the end of this video, and you'll understand the one core trait that confident women cultivate silently, how it shapes their lives, and actionable ways you can begin to embody it today. And most people think confidence is something external, a smile, posture, or charisma. But Jung taught that true confidence comes from within and from the integration of your unconscious self, what he called the shadow. Your shadow is not evil. It's not something to fear, and it's the part of your psyche that holds the traits, emotions, and impulses you've repressed, the things you deny, hide, or pretend don't exist. And why is this important for confident women? Because embracing your shadow, acknowledging the darker, imperfect, and hidden parts of yourself, is what transforms fear into power. It gives you self-trust because you know yourself intimately and act from authenticity. It gives you resilience, and because challenges no longer intimidate you, since you've confronted the parts of yourself that might crumble under pressure. And it gives you silent authority, and people sense it even if you never announce it. Confident women don't become strong by ignoring their fears or weaknesses. They become strong by facing them and understanding them and transforming them into fuel for action. Jung believed that the cornerstone of personal power is inner authority and the ability to guide your life by your own standards, not the expectations of others. This is the secret confident women rarely speak about. They trust themselves first, and they trust their decisions even when others doubt them. They trust their instincts even when the world says no. They trust their worth and without needing constant validation. Why is this so transformative? Because when you develop this trust, you stop over-explaining yourself. People may question you, but your energy remains intact. You stop people-pleasing. You no longer sacrifice your needs to gain approval. You start acting from clarity, not fear or insecurity. And pause for a moment. Ask yourself, do I trust my choices fully, or do I constantly seek reassurance? And shadow work is the process of confronting the parts of yourself you've hidden. For women, this often involves acknowledging fear of rejection or judgment, and self-doubt or comparison, anger or resentment you've buried, and perfectionism or people-pleasing. Here's the critical point, and ignoring these shadows doesn't make them disappear. They unconsciously control your actions, your reactions, and even the way others perceive you. Confident women, and on the other hand, actively integrate their shadow. Step 1. Identify it. Notice the patterns, triggers, and behaviors that arise from suppressed emotions. Step 2. And accept it. This part of you is human. It doesn't make you weak, it makes you complete. Step 3. Transform it. Redirect the energy into confidence, assertiveness, and presence. For example, a woman who fears confrontation may avoid difficult conversations. By confronting that fear, she learns to assert herself without aggression and gaining respect and quiet authority. Start a shadow journal. Each time you feel discomfort or self-doubt, ask yourself, what am I avoiding? And what is this feeling trying to teach me? How can I use this energy constructively? Confident women don't leave their inner power to chance. They practice small and daily habits that reinforce self-trust and shadow integration. They start each morning with reflection. What do I want today? And not what others expect of me. They set boundaries, saying no without guilt, protecting their energy as a form of self-respect. They practice mirror affirmations, and I am capable. I am enough. They acknowledge their shadow each day, identifying at least one fear or negative pattern and consciously facing it. And they work quietly on goals without announcing every step, letting results speak for themselves. Comment below. And which one of these daily habits could you start tomorrow to feel more confident? Jung observed that confident individuals rarely over-explain themselves, and explaining is often an attempt to seek approval or justify your worth. Confident women act from clarity and integrity, not persuasion, and silence communicates authority and presence more than words ever could. Practice this yourself. Next time someone questions your decision, pause, breathe, and respond only if necessary. Observe the shift in energy, both yours and theirs. Confidence isn't just about words, it's about presence. And confident women master posture by standing tall with relaxed shoulders. They maintain steady eye contact that is firm but not intimidating. Their voice is calm, measured, and intentional. Gestures are minimal but purposeful, and they listen first before responding. These silent behaviors project inner authority and make people take notice, and even unconsciously. Even women striving for self-confidence can stumble if they seek external validation too often, avoid confronting their shadow, and over-apologize or justify every action, or compare themselves constantly. Understanding these pitfalls allows you to correct course immediately, each evening, and reflect on moments where you acted from fear or comparison, and plan one corrective action for tomorrow. Confidence is not a single skill, it's a lifestyle and mindset, and to integrate it fully, combine shadow integration for self-awareness, inner authority for decision-making, daily habits to reinforce energy and presence, and silent power through non-verbal communication and reflection and journaling to track growth. When practiced consistently, you become unshakable from the inside out and admired, respected, and unstoppable. Before we finish, ask yourself, do I trust myself fully today? What part of my shadow have I avoided? And which daily habit will I commit to starting tomorrow? If you begin this journey now, you're not just learning confidence, you're transforming your inner world, your energy, and the way life responds to you. Comment below which insight hit you the hardest, and share this video with a friend who needs to embrace their shadow and step into authentic confidence. And subscribe and hit the bell to follow this series on confident women and shadow work. Remember, confidence isn't taught by others. It's claimed from within, and true power is quiet, consistent, and deeply rooted in knowing and trusting yourself. Start today and watch how the world begins to reflect the confidence you've always had inside.